And there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to the Wine Unwind every Friday evenings here on Blue Jays Today, where we would drink wine and we answer your questions, as well as answering some questions from the mystery box. I guess that's what we'll call it. What did we call it last time?
I don't really know, man. I think we came up with a name for that thing, and I was drinking when we did it, and now I can't really actively remember what it is called. So I don't know. I'm open to some fan suggestions, though.
Yes.
So if you guys have any names that you want to call this beautiful little box of questions right here, then feel free to let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, here we are at the wine. I haven't even taken my first sip yet.
Take it. I went right in. It's the same old Shiraz Cab. I'm just gonna say it. Jackson Triggs Shiraz Cab, 2020 edition. Okay, that seems new. Actually,
probably.
Time.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that one takes a little second to like. I find with that one, I like to let it sit for a bit, and then after a little bit of air.
Yeah,
thoroughly improves.
Oh, it still feels. Oh, yeah, it feels a bit sour.
Yeah.
At first, feels like
she
it's
will.
been waiting.
She will improve as time goes on. Everyone's talking about the weather today. I know that it's not ideal. I think we have it on in the back. They're not showing it right now, but I think that the weather has been okay.
Yeah,
it's gonna be okay.
Because we kind of have similar weather to Buffalo. We're pretty close, but right now it says just at 8 p.m. a 30% chance of thunderstorms.
Yeah,
and that's 30% chance.
That's not so bad.
That's not bad.
It might be drizzling a bit, but I do anticipate as of right now that the game will be on. So with that being said, we put in the title "Do or Die." We've lost 2 in a row now.
We've lost 2 in a row. We lost series against Seattle, and now we're facing a tough opponent. However, they have lost 4 of their last 10s, but the Tampa Bay Rays
4 of their last 10, as if that's bad.
I know, it's
that's good.
They've lost. Oh, sorry, they lost 6 of the last 10.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
They've won 4 of their last 10.
They've
lost. They've lost 6. They've won 4 out of their last 10.
Right,
so they're 6 for 4. Or so 4 for 6. 4 for 6.
Right.
But we really do need to at least win this series. And sweeping is hard, but we need to at least win to have somewhat of an okay week to go 3 for 3. 3 and 3.
I predicted that they were going to sweep. I'm still sticking with my prediction. I mean, I think we're gonna do it. I do think we kind of have to because we can't be just always going 3 and 3, 3 and 3.
No.
And the thing is too is that's assuming that we win this freaking series. Like you said, this is a tough opponent, man. It's we could very easily drop 2 or even get swept ourselves.
Yep. If we were to get swept, we're back to 500. So that's the worst case scenario.
Oh God, we can't go back to 500, man.
If we sweep them, we'd be 44 and 38. They'd be 47 and 37. So we draw within about 3 or 2.5 games. It looks like 3 games within them. So that's a lot better. That would be the best case scenario, obviously.
Obviously. But the range of outcomes here is very clearly sizable right now for our freaking boys. So, I mean, important freaking series, and All-Star game is 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, who do we have next week?
I believe it's Baltimore and then Tampa Bay again in the final series.
Baltimore and then Tampa
break.
Bay again. Okay, well, at least we can slap Baltimore around. And then hopefully we can slap a little bit of sense into Tampa, dude. I like I said, I want to finish 5 games above 500 prior to All-Star break.
Yeah.
Me
too. 5 games feels good. Right now we're 3.
Yeah.
If we can get 2, that'd be nice.
2 more,
that's doable.
2
Baltimore.
more games above 500 that we got to be prior to All-Star game. Now we're 5 games up.
Yeah, okay, let's say
Not
this.
bad.
Let's say this. Worst case scenario. Let's say whatever series for the next 6 games that we face against Tampa Bay, we go 3 and 3, and then for Baltimore, we sweep them. Then we're 3 games up, so we'd be 6 games up over 500. But if we only get 2 out of the 3, then we'd be only 4 games up over 500.
Critical times.
So,
Critical times.
We'd be around that.
Yeah. Everybody who's joining, hello, Sean Pratt. Hello, Jay's Talk with Jay, Jacob, Tristan Morgan Edits, Marcus Silva, Fed T, Dull Kermist, everyone, Michael Wilson, welcome. Tristan said, how does everyone feel about the Trevor Bauer situation?
Oh my God.
Not great. Doesn't
Horrible.
sound too good. Yeah.
I read the details of what's been accused, and wow. It's shocking. It is actually shocking.
Yeah.
What he could have done. He's got to be investigated.
Totally.
But like,
yeah.
if he's did that shit, like, I could fucking believe it.
Well,
man.
I mean, I don't want to say whether he did or he didn't, but I mean, like, obviously, it's like, it doesn't sound good, regardless of the situation. You know, I was thinking about it, man, and because he was originally gonna make his start on Sunday, now that's no longer happening. I have no idea how you could possibly start with those rumors going on.
No.
Like how you could potentially, even if they're true or they're not true.
Yeah.
If they're true, like, first off, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
In many ways.
Yeah.
In many ways, more than one.
Exactly, right? But like, and then if they're not true, to be able to have the mental capability to go and start your baseball game with somebody accusing you of that, I don't know. Either way, they did the right decision here. He should not be starting.
He shouldn't.
With everything that's going on here. So that's how I feel about it. It sucks. It really sucks. It's just too bad.
Del Kermis are investigating him for sexual assault. There was 3 incidents with the same woman, and she's coming out about them now. So yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they had some relationship this past April. I don't know all the details. I read an article about it. It's definitely, it's pretty wacky.
I don't want to talk about the details here. You can go read it yourself because it's pretty freaking gruesome.
Yeah, Totally. Yeah, man. So, you want to dive into the box?
Yeah, we'll dive into the box first. So, guys, like you guys know, if you're new here or you've been here before, ask your questions in the chat. We're going to be splitting it between the box and you guys. So, you guys can talk about the Jays upcoming or anything Brown baseball or anything silly. And also let us know if you're drinking anything. Let us know. We actually, we love it when you guys actually have a drink specifically for this occasion.
Yeah.
Makes us feel proud.
Yep. Totally, man.
All right, this one says, should the Angels trade Mike Trout?
Should the Angels trade Mike Trout?
Go for it. Everyone, should the Angels trade Mike Trout?
Yeah, guys, I want you to answer as well. I personally think that they should trade Mike Trout. I've thought so for a little while right now. And what's really changed my opinion on whether they should or they shouldn't is actually how good Ohtani has been. I didn't expect him to be this good, and because he's this good, I'm like, hey, this is a guy that you could actually, like, freaking build around. Trade Mike Trout, even though he's incredible.
Yeah.
Get a crap load of assets, and then center your team around Ohtani instead, and maybe a Jared Walsh sort of thing.
Yeah.
And structure it that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting a nice deal, like if you're getting a nice return for him, and someone's willing to take on the contract,
well, you got to be getting a nice return if you're trading that guy.
You have to, and you have to. But the thing is, the hard thing about Trout is like you have to actually have a team willing to take on that contract in a position that makes sense for them. Because if you're a rebuilding club and you don't have many assets to surround around Mike Trout, even though you have the payroll, it's like doesn't make too much sense. But if we were like, you'd have to capture the team at the right time. Like if you were the budding Blue Jays in 2019 and you had enough assets to trade for Mike Trout and then surround them around Mike Trout, then I could see that being a good deal.
Well, I do it right now though. I trade Austin Martin, Simeon Woods. I trade Nate Pearson
for Mike Trout.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know if I would though.
You wouldn't want Mike Trout
for no, because the thing is like that contract's gonna eat us.
But he's Mike Trout. He's 49.
I know,
Mike
but
Trout.
we also have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Like, you know what I mean?
With Mike Trout, imagine how amazing that'd be.
Yeah, I could imagine it being great, but I'm thinking about financial future right now, you know? I'm just thinking about it. He could be great. Don't get me wrong. He could be great, and if we trade for him, he'd be great for 8 years solid, and like then we don't even need to worry about it. But it's just the money cap flexibility.
Yeah, see, for me, I only ever worry about the money if the player is not going to be worth the money.
Right.
Which I don't believe Mike Trout will ever not be worth his money.
Right.
You know, it's like if a football team could trade for Patrick Mahomes, I don't think they'd go, Wow, damn it.
Well,
I don't want the money,
that's so different, though, because Patrick Mahomes can change a franchise immediately, where Mike Trout's just 1/9 of a team, you know?
Potentially, I guess. But I think your I think now, though, it's like your kind of feud is about how batters get paid as much as they do. Because if anyone deserves that amount of money in baseball, it's Mike Trout, you know? So it's like, are you saying that no batter should get paid that amount of money?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, well, you pay a guy that much money to lock him down and keep him on the team. You don't plan to trade him. Like, you don't pay a guy that much money and then plan to trade him. That just doesn't happen in baseball. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, but if he was available, you don't want to go after him.
It's not necessary. I just don't think it's not a necessary asset. Like, what, we improve from the second best offense to the first best offense? You know, it doesn't seem like that much need to give up for our team, you know?
Fair enough. That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Totally, I hear you.
Yep.
My turn.
Is Trout really a trade candidate? No, this is all just speculation.
Yeah,
Sean.
we're just speculating, man. We're just speculating.
And Adam Simber, wow, what did Adam Simber do? OL? What?
So Raber here asks, Raber1 says, what are your honest thoughts on Chatwood?
At first, like literally 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, he had like 3 solid good outings, and like he was talking about he made mechanical adjustments just like Stripling. I was like, okay, here we go. And then he started shitting again. So no, I think he's toast. And here's the thing: I don't think Payamps should be in AAA. If anyone should be in AAA, it should be Chatwood, not Payamps. I don't understand that at all. So I think he's worse than most of the guys on the roster right now.
No, I don't understand why we did that whole Payamps thing. I kind of liked Payamps, but it felt like no one on the Blue Jays management liked Payamps at all. You know,
I don't understand.
They never played him.
Don't fucking understand.
Yeah, it just felt like he was always warming up to never come out, and now he's in AAA. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Maybe they had some personal issues. Who knows? Or maybe like the coaches thought in practice they didn't like anything that they saw. It felt like from what I saw on the actual field, though, he looked pretty good. And what I saw from Chatwood was he looked pretty freaking awful.
And very inconsistent.
Very inconsistent. Yeah, rude.
So rude to Montoyo.
Yeah. I never liked Chatwood. After that one time where he just walked away from the game, after he literally single-handedly pretty much lost it for us and then walked away. After you do that, like, that's so bullshit in my brain. It's like, if you actually were to load the bases to walk them, then walk in the tying run, and then, you know, those are your earned runs that you've lost the game on, then you'd better be sitting in that dugout apologizing to everyone with puppy eyes in my fucking brain.
Did you see what he did yesterday?
No.
Dude, so when Montoya was pulling him out of the game after he gave up 2 runs, he's like, I got this one. I'm good. I'm like, bro, you're not good.
No.
You're not good.
No.
You're not good. You're sucking.
Yeah.
You're not good at all, bro.
Yeah, I don't like Chat. I don't like his attitude. No. I don't like anything about him, man. It's like, this is not the type of player that we need on our team right now. Like, the only person who I think is allowed to do stuff like that is like freaking Mad Max.
That's exactly what I was thinking
of.
Or
like literally people who are like so at the top of their game that it's like, no, like, you actually need to just trust me.
And here's the reasoning. It's like, okay, like, I actually have a legitimate reasoning and I know how to get this next batter out. And I will get him out.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, dude, you're not at the place in your freaking career where you can actively like cuss the manager out on live television.
No, I'm seeing Regal say they have to release Chatwood. He's a negative energy for the team. I agree.
Yeah, negative energy.
Stubborn, bitter.
Negative energy.
Like, Chatwood and someone else for another decent bullpen arm.
Bro,
sure.
Who wants him?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Who wants him, guys?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's almost worthless now. I bet he's like negative trade value.
Oh, totally.
He's got to be negative.
Dude. It's like, at this point, like, everything we've seen from this guy is you put him in, he loses you the ball game.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're trading for a negative energy that I would only put in games that I'm losing.
Yeah. And he's on the DL too.
And he's on the DL too. Yeah,
So,
this is just one of those ones where I think we just got to eat it, guys.
Yep.
We got to eat it, and hopefully the management doesn't play him that much.
Yep.
That's my thoughts.
Oh, my God.
That's my
I hope
thoughts.
so. I freaking hope so, man. Well, hopefully our bullpen's kind of coming around now, so.
Hey, I see a comment here from Dulkerma saying Pearson will need to rehab. He won't be with the Jays this season. Talking about Pearson and stuff. And somebody on, I think it was Joshua, forget your last name, apologies, on Instagram was asking about Pearson, saying should he go to the bullpen? And this is a question that we get a lot. And I was thinking about this quite a bit, and I wanted to comment on it. I don't think so, and here's why, guys. Putting him in the bullpen doesn't solve his problems. Nate Pearson's problems is that, like, it's not that he doesn't have stuff capable of being a 6-inning starter. It's that he currently cannot command his stuff. So if that's over a 1-inning stretch or a 6-inning stretch, it doesn't matter. He still can't command. So in my opinion, like, his issues aren't going to be solved by coming in the 9th for 1 inning or starting. If he was at a position where he starts, he's only got 2 pitches, he can command them pretty well, but he's still getting slapped around. Okay, maybe we can talk about going in the bullpen now, but that's not the case. He's got the pitches, he has to locate and command them, and once he does that, we're going to see immediate, this guy can go 6 innings.
And I think a lot of people are comparing him, I agree with that, a lot of people are comparing him right now to Aaron Sanchez. And the reason why Aaron Sanchez went in the bullpen in 2015, he was supposed to be a starter in 2015. And the reason why he got moved to the bullpen is because he got hurt. And he came back late when we already had a full rotation traded for David Price. So there was no more room for him. So they put him in the bullpen just to help out there. But there was nothing wrong with Aaron Sanchez's command. He was amazing. So we just put him there because he was kind of like, we noticed that he was like he was easing up on his fastball 94, 95 when he was starting. When he was in the pen, it was 97, 98 because he was just giving it all. But he still had incredible command. So that's the biggest difference. Like putting him in the bullpen like Aaron Sanchez, and then the next year he starts and becomes an amazing pitcher. That's not going to solve it. It's, like Nick's saying, the command. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. And in my mind, too, it's just like we're talking about a guy who's very clearly in his head. I don't think the solution is putting him in like critical game situations where we need somebody to be clutch. In fact, I think that would actually be a negative on him. You know, it's like we need a guy who's super clutch in those spots. Nate Pearson, I still have hope, will be a starting pitcher at one point in his career. It's all up here, though.
You just got to, if he can start getting that command back, like, he will be at one point. If he can start commanding, I do actually like the idea of going bullpen then starting role.
Sure.
Because that way he gets his experience in a shorter amount of time and he's not there overworking, like overdoing his workload and shit. Like, if he's only built up to do like 40, 50 pitches, like, I like that idea if he's actually commanding for those 40, 50 pitches. So, also,
I see right here by Fed T, hey, should we call up Simeon Woods Richardson in the bullpen? Can somebody in the comments let us know what SWR's right now AAA numbers are? I think he's doing pretty decent, but I haven't checked in a little while.
Like ERA, FIP, and
but
whip.
ERA,
FIP, whip.
Let us know what's going on right there. I think maybe they drank all the wine and are passed out. LOL. Pearson needs to work on command in the minors. If he can't throw strikes in the minors, why would he expect him to in the majors? Totally agree, Sean. Totally freaking agree. And I think that is kind of what we're saying. You know, no point to bring him in the bullpen if he can't command at all.
Agreed. I'm gonna grab another thingy here.
Do it.
All right. This one's from Austin05 Gold, and they say, seeing that Manoah had a great start. Oh, literally, we're just talking about this, man. Do we give SWR a start?
Well, I'm waiting on his AAA numbers.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's get his AAA numbers. Who's got him? Oh, SWR is in AA. Yeah. Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yes. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Let's wait for the double. Or can we look it up right now?
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up. SWR.
But I mean, I think that as of right now, if I'm to answer that question, there's no real starting spot that I'm super upset about right now, except for Ryu, and we can't replace that spot. We just need to live with that and hope he gets better. So as of right now, I don't think that there's really a place for him to do that. And he's also throwing for a 4.13 ERA over how many innings? 32.2. So he's not really killing it right now in the minors. Like,
lots of strikeouts. Holy shit. 13.8.
Oh yeah, 13.8 per 9. So striking out a lot of people, but apparently letting too many people on. So yeah, thank you for the fifth.
We saw you guys do that.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so I don't really think so as of right now. If somebody gets really injured, maybe. I
think he's more of a next year kind of option.
Probably.
If there's an opening in that like fifth kind of role in the rotation, I think he's got a chance for the job.
Well, there will be, right? Because we're having like people leave next year, and if, for instance, like I don't want to say it, but if this is potentially the beginning of a Ryu decline that we're watching now, then it's like we gotta figure that out pretty fast. Manoah's a good little Band-Aid piece that can hopefully develop.
Actually, I have a question too. I see a question here too by where was it here? Good question by Tristan Morgan. We'll get to your question in a second, but you're speaking to Ryu. I was talking to Pat about this the other day. You think he's had some sort of substance? Like, what do you think? Like now,
100%.
He had to, right?
I always thought that he did, though. Like, I was never. You know what, guys? And the way that I put this is, I know a lot of diehard Jays fans, and I know some of you as well. Like, were messaging us and being like, "Oh, like Ryu wouldn't do that. Like, I hope he wouldn't do that." I want to put this in perspective, and I was using this example earlier today to talk about this. It's as if the police tomorrow were like, okay, guys, we are now fully cracking down on jaywalking. If you jaywalk, you're getting a ticket for it. It's always been illegal, but we all do it. They don't ever crack down on it. I've literally jaywalked in front of police officers before. Yeah. They've never said anything. But then if immediately tomorrow they start cracking down on it, I mean, like, that's just what happens, right? This was part of the game. So I don't look down on Ryu for probably using it at some point. I don't want you guys to either. However, now that we're looking at the numbers and we're seeing
the spin rate,
we're seeing what's happening, I think that it's becoming more and more likely that he was doing that. And we can only cross our fingers and hope that this is just an adjustment period, getting back to not using it, whereas this is not like the be-all and the end-all, and this is what we can expect moving forward.
I think he's even said in an interview, like, yeah, it's been a bit of adjustment lately. I'm trying to find my feel for my changeup. I mean, like, because it doesn't feel the same anymore. And it doesn't have to be, like, super sticky shit that, like, Cole and Bauer have been claiming, like, the super sticky shit. It could be as simple, like, Glasnow use sunscreen. You know what I mean? Like, it could be as simple as that, right? Like, that's it. I believe Tristan Morgan had a question here. Question: out of the 3 players starting in the All-Star game, who is most likely to win the MVP?
The 3 players starting in the All-Star game.
Out of the 3 players starting in the All-Star game,
there's more than 3 though.
There's a little bit more than 3.
There's like a lot more than 3.
Let's say all of them. Let's say out of all of them.
Out of all of the...
Yes, out of all the players. All the teams. So obviously it's on the winning team. So who would get the... Mike Trout wins at a shitload whenever he plays.
I hate... Okay, guys. You know what? I'm going to say it. This is a little bit off topic. I mean, I don't know what Mike Trout is doing in the starting lineup.
Like you're talking about like in terms of game. It's because of the voting. Voting's stupid.
It's bullshit. Dude.
Everyone hates the voting.
It's so ridiculously bullshit, man. Like Mike Trout has been really good, but the fact that Cedric Mullins is not on the starting team of an All-Star, like, that is just so like heinous in my brain. It's like, and it's like, I love Teoscar too. But I mean, like, he's not been as good as Cedric Mullins, right? It's like, this is like big market, big popular voting that's going down in this. This is people on Twitter being like, vote for these guys, and no Baltimore Orioles having no fans. It's like, I feel for the dude.
For me, it should have been the starting 3 would have been Aaron Judge, Michael Brantley, and Cedric Mullins. Those are my 3. Those are my 3 for the AL.
I need to look at Brantley again.
Brantley's like first.
I know for sure that it's like Cedric Mullins definitely deserved to be on that freaking team. We watched him literally destroy us like 2 days in a row.
Yeah, Michael Brantley's first in average. first in batting average.
Yeah, I
he's
mean-
he's winning the batting title so far.
Well, that's stupid, you know.
No,
I mean,
it-
Teoscar again, love him.
Teoscar-
he definitely is like worthy of
He deserves to play in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe not starting.
Yeah.
But definitely deserves playing the game.
Yeah.
But he will be starting. So congratulations
exactly.
for the votes.
Like that's
you know?
awesome, dude. It's just it feels like you were just the most popular rather
That's
than
it.
you helped your team the most.
That's it.
Because I know you didn't.
Well,
help
here's
your
the thing.
team more than those guys.
Let's find who came next, because Mike Trout will not be playing. He will not be playing. He will not be starting because he's going to be hurt past. He's not going to start at all.
Does it like when you look back on somebody's career though, like will it say like first team all-star or like is it just like everyone's an all-star?
It will give you an all-star. It'll give you a star, yeah.
Okay, so even if you're not starting.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say like if they go look back on the stats and it's like this guy's a first team all-star and like, this guy's like a second.
Yeah, no, I think it's
that's such bullshit.
It would be.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna find the results here because Mike Trout will definitely not be playing. Let me scroll down a bit.
Jesus Fed T saying trade Ryu for a real good bullpen arm. Wow, he'd have to be
Trade
really
who?
good.
Sorry?
Ryu.
Oh, yeah.
Very,
I don't think.
very good.
I mean, it literally have to be Josh Hader territory.
Pretty much. Like,
And
I don't know.
I still don't even like. I mean, well, I don't know.
That would be really nice.
That would be really nice. That would be
like,
really nice.
hello, like-
Yeah.
Also, Celtics. Yes, we do know Blue Jays Center on Instagram. Are you the owners of that Instagram? Just. Yeah, we do. We do know their Instagram.
So I got the results here. So yeah, Trout won't be playing. Runner-up was Brian Buxton, so he's not going to be playing. And then it's Michael Brantley. So Michael Brantley will be playing. So it'll be Michael Brantley, T.O., and Aaron Judge in the outfield.
Wow.
So
Brian Buxton, who also
is not
been
even playing.
like freaking dead. For
It's
a
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Look, I get it. They had a great month.
Yeah.
Month being singular.
April.
Like,
it was
you know?
April. Like-
geez. And like they're great players. They deserve votes as well. But when you actually think who has helped my team more, like if I had to choose who would I rather have for over the course of this season, Mike Trout or Cedric Mullins, I would have to choose Cedric Mullins.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Oh yeah, where is Cedric Mullins on this list? I think he ended up being. As my phone is
And
frozen.
you're absolutely right, Tristan Morgan. People voted for him because he's Mike Trout, because he's got like 1.5 million followers on Twitter.
That's it.
He's super popular. Everyone knows who Mike Trout is.
Everybody knows.
He gets paid the most, you know.
Mullins will be the first one off the bench. He'll be the first one off the bench.
Well, I mean, at least he'll get to play, right?
Yeah,
At
he
least he'll
should.
get to play a bit.
Like the managers get to choose who it is, but like, come on, you got to pick this dude. If the manager's gonna choose, I mean, if I was a manager, I'd pick Cedric Mullins, of course.
Yeah,
It makes only sense.
Yeah, exactly, totally, dude. I totally agree.
All right, grab another one.
I'm gonna dive in, guys. I'm gonna dive in. Also, good one, Dill MXN. That's pretty elite if you pulled him twice.
Wow, you could sell him and then buy anyone you want, basically.
What the hell? Should the Angels trade Mike Trout?
Oh
Put that
my
one
god!
back in?
Yeah.
How'd that get there?
Ooh.
Well, we already answered that one,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're getting another one. We just pulled Mike Trout twice, too.
Yeah, literally. All right. Welcome, everybody, by the way. Thank you all for coming.
All right. Is Vladdy still an MVP candidate? If not, what's going wrong? Did you write this today?
I wrote it today.
Yeah,
Toss it back in. Toss it back in.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save it.
He's still an MVP candidate, but Ohtani is very much, I think, taking the lead.
He's pulling away.
He's
dude.
pulling away
He's
now.
away
He won.
right
He just
now.
won Player of the Month. So, Vladdy didn't. So there you go.
Yeah, and it was well earned.
Yeah,
was well
for
earned.
real. For real.
Have we got pitching yet? Please, for the love of God, tell me we have pitching. Not yet, dude.
No, we got talking to the piece of paper. We
Yeah.
got Simber and we got
Simber.
Barnes.
Yeah.
We'll toss it back in for another date.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to talk about it a little bit too, though. You know.
Yeah.
Because that's an ongoing problem that we still have. You know, and now that we're talking a little bit about Ryu struggling, you know, it really does bring into question the whole starting situation. We've always had Ryu locked down as the number one, like he's the ace. When we're in like critical times in the playoffs, he's pitching game 7. And as of lately, that's not the case. You know, like he is struggling. So I think we do need to go.
We do just for security. For security, I do think before the trade deadline is over, we need to get one more starting pitcher. At least one more bullpen arm. At least. Maybe get 2 bullpen arms. You know, 1 or 2 bullpen arms and at least one more starting pitcher. Yeah. At least.
I know that Edwin Amador right here, he says, what about Jose Barrios?
Seen that pop up a lot.
And like, as for me, like if I had to put a number 1 down on like the guy, like if a guy that's available, that's been rumored, I mean, obviously number 1 is probably Jacob deGrom, but if they're talking about a guy that's like kind of available that we've been rumored to have, you know, talked about, he would definitely be my number 1 because not only do we have him for, like we have him for time, he's young, we could even sign him back after this, he's good, he's still developing, like I would be so happy about Jose Barrios, man.
I want him to. He's definitely like my number 1, then probably like Kyle Gibson, you know, because at least we have him for another year. But I like Barrios for the age.
Barrios for the age, dude, because it's also like this guy is. We still probably haven't even seen his ceiling yet.
Yeah,
you know, and the fact that we would have him for a couple more seasons, then we could even sign him back too. It's like now we're talking about this really young pitching staff. Like this guy can be the ace, and we've already seen him in his young career eat up over 200 innings.
Yeah.
And that's super important for a guy at your number 1, right?
Especially, again, we don't want to see our bullpen too often, so eat as many innings as possible.
Yeah, we don't want to see our bullpen, you know? Like, I know a lot of people are like, we got to trade for bullpen, but trading for a starter does help if that starter can guarantee 6. If we can lock it in and be like, this guy's definitely going 6, that will help the bullpen, right? What doesn't help the bullpen is when Matz gets pulled after 3, and then, you know, like freaking Thornton comes in, and then it's K, and then it's like...
I'm done with Thornton. I'm done with Thornton.
Well, Thornton was the, like, 2018-19... Like, did we have him in 2018? Or did we have him in 2019? 2019. Okay, yeah. Like, he was the guy that was just like, this is the fucking... Like this is the lowest point.
Yeah, you know? This was the lowest point of the Blue Jays pitching staff.
So hopefully Thornton can like be ancient history in a year or 2.
Oh my God, please! We need to trade for enough bullpen pieces to weed out people. Like Chatwood's got to go. Chatwood's got to go.
Yeah, I don't need any more Chatwood.
I've been seeing DFA Chatwood. I started seeing DFA Chatwood like a month ago, and I was like, hold on. We have no one to replace him with. But if we do trade for some pieces, you know, if Axler comes up and he's actually good, if we, you know, so we got Simber now, if we start trading for, hopefully Richard Rodriguez, podcast coming out tomorrow, then we can start pushing these guys out and bring my boy Payamps back.
Yeah.
Why is he in AAA?
I'm down for Payamps.
Ask Anthony Castro's back. I don't know why, like, he did have a couple blow-up games, but guys, like, we're going to trust anybody. I want this guy to get some experience. He's young. He's shown some good shit. Good slider.
Also, yes, Sean Pratt, Tellez is pretty junk. I don't know if I'd trade him for a bag of baseballs, but like definitely, I like he doesn't need to be on the team anymore. The only reason I like him is because we get to go rowdy,
which we haven't been able to,
which we haven't been able to do because he never plays anymore. So like the one reason that I liked him, we're not even allowed to do anymore.
That's it.
Also, Fed T with a good question. Should we trade for Max Scherzer just for this year? You know, I think it's almost time for us to do our Max Scherzer podcast.
However, the Nats are actually winning now. They're actually winning.
I still want to talk about it though. We still got to talk about it, man. But
we'll see what it looks like. But they're winning.
They shouldn't be winning.
Because the thing is, their offense is actually starting to get good now with Soto,
now
Turner.
It's like Soto's healthy now.
Schwarber's turning it on.
Schwarber, yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what's happening, right? They started the season and like Soto was like dead, right? Like we haven't. I feel like we haven't heard enough about Juan Soto, and like he's quietly doing. What is he quietly doing, actually? Like, I know that it's probably pretty good. Like, I wouldn't expect it to be anything less.
No, they're good, and, like, they still have Max Scherzer. I don't know what their other pitchers are doing, to be honest.
Yeah, he's quietly just hitting 280, 399 on base, 839 OPS. So he's doing his little Juan Soto thing over there.
It actually is quiet.
For Soto standards, quiet.
It's quiet, but it's good still.
But you know what? I bet it's going to be heating up, I bet it's going to be heating up because he started hurt, like we said. This will be getting better. However, let's say that Scherzer's available, which I still think he should be. Like if I'm the Nationals, I want some value out of this. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, were you thinking of a trade?
Well, because the question was, should we go after him?
Right.
It's so like
we have to save that for the podcast. Yeah, the trade value it might be a little bit different too when we get there too.
True, yeah.
So
I don't know, man. It's close. Like basically the caveat is we better win some freaking games. Like let's win tonight, let's win tomorrow, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, that going back to the freaking title of the video, guys. Like we gotta start fucking winning.
Yeah, I mean when I said when we did our little Blue Jays today, like are the Jays buyers or sellers? My caveat was like we have to win 18 games. Like out of the 30 that we have remaining, we need to win 18 of them. And then I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's buy it.
When did we say that? I think I actually looked at it today.
Several games ago.
It was June 23rd, I believe. Because I was looking at it for our poster thing. So if we go back and we look at the dates, let's count it up. June 23rd.
Also, I'll let you count as I answer this question here.
Go for it.
Heritage. Buddy, if the Jays come back to the Rogers Center, there will be multiple vlogs. There will be meet and greets. There will be shit where we're outside the Rogers Center, like half in the bag, asking people questions about the Jays on camera. There will be so many events. Like, we've actually had this podcast. We have never had the Jays in Toronto with this podcast, dude. We have never actually had the Jays in Toronto. It's been exclusively COVID. The amount of times I've been watching the Jays game being like, fuck, man, if we were just there, like hanging out with some of you guys, sitting in the 500s, cranking some beers, dude, it's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen.
Soon, man. Man, it's supposed to, like, I actually feel so confident that it's happening soon. Like, our second dose vaccines are skyrocketing right now. Like, we're almost at where the States was at, like, early April, when we're like, how the fuck are they having people in the stands? We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're, like, a couple weeks away, and we're going to be there. So, like, phase 3, I think, is coming in, like 2 to 3 weeks. So, and then I think phase 4 is in another 2 to 3 weeks, and then that's it. And then we're done.
We're good.
We're back. So I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, totally.
Also,
how many games?
So we've won 5 since we said that. We have 24 games left. And we have to win 13 of those.
13 of those
of the 24.
Games.
So that's just over 500. That's one game over 500. I think that's very doable.
Well, that's definitely doable. Because that would then put our record at what?
If we won 13, if we won exactly 13 and 12,
and lost 12.
So right now our record is 41, so that would be 54, and it'd be 12. It'd be 11. Oh my God, math. 49.
54 and 49.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 games above 500.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's what it'd be. So we need to win 13.
We have to win 13 out of the next 24, guys.
That's only one game.
The goal.
That's only one game above 500.
Yeah,
that's it.
That should be the goal. And
or 2 games above 500. Excuse me. It's 13 11.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 13 and 11. We got to go 13 and 11 over the next stretch. Doable.
That's so doable.
Doable for sure.
Guys, and like, who are we facing? So obviously we're facing Tampa Bay for 6. Well, I think they're down now, guys. They're down. We got to get them while they're down. We can't be giving them shit back. We can't be giving them games. They're down now. At least take 3 or 4 in the next 6.
I'm so sick of Tampa Bay.
I'm tired of them. I'm tired of these guys.
Not only just in baseball terms, but these guys have been a thorn in my fucking ass for years
Forever.
now. It's like Tampa Bay Lightning are like kicking people's ass all over the NHL. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers kicked out my Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
These freaking Tampa Bay Rays kicked out our Blue Jays last year. I am so fucking sick and tired of the city of Tampa Bay ruining my sports dreams.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah,
They need to be stopped, bro.
Yep.
We need to, like, fuck the Yankees No, these guys are the evil empire. The reign has been passed over. It's like, they're like the Yankees are the emperor, but these guys are like Darth Vader. Like, they're Anakin, and they're rising up. We need to fucking quell that. We need to kill them. I'm so sick of them.
Let's kill them, guys.
I'm so sick of them,
Let's kill them. We also got to Go Pack Go.
Oh, yeah. Same, man. Same. Like, I'm so sick of it.
All right, so who are we facing? So obviously Tampa Bay for 6 games. Then we face Baltimore for 3. Texas we face for 3. Boston we face 7 times. This is all before the trade deadline, by the way. Mets we face 3 times, and then the Royals twice. So
okay.
There's some competition in there, and there's some not so competition in there.
We gotta
so that seems
some of the bad.
So when the bad comes, we gotta just smack them around.
Yeah.
And we have to beat the Rays, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's it, man.
It really does come down to that.
I'm so tired. Yeah. I just want to beat them and just this is the year. This is the year. This is the year. This is the year.
Exactly. This is the year. Yeah, I mean, like you're like a minute behind me right now. You know, it's like
but I'm trying to convince myself that this is the year.
Yeah, once you realize like this is the blockade that's like stopping me from living my best life. You know, it's like if Tampa Bay could just like fuck off, then like my life would be infinitely better now.
Why does Tampa need to win so many freaking? It's like one year Boston was winning it all, and now it's Tampa.
Right.
And in both of those situations, Tom Brady was there. In both of those,
dude, it's him.
Tom Brady, come play for the Toronto Argonauts.
Oh my God, bro! Can you imagine?
We start like winning.
65 years old. He's like, fine, I'll go to the
Toronto
NFL now. Like, I can't wait till he's 65 though. I need it now, Tom. I need it now.
Oh, Tom, just come play for us.
Yeah. Can you imagine that's what it is, bro? Like,
yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, it's the common denominator.
It is the common denominator, dude. And like, if Tom Brady actually came to the Toronto Argonauts, then I think that would actually change the entire dynamic of Toronto sports.
Oh, absolutely. I'd become a CFL fan immediately.
But also, like, every other sports team would be like, we are important.
Yeah.
We are doing this. Yeah.
Brady, I'm here, like, I see Brady, you know, every day on the practice in the gym.
There's a presence, dude.
Like,
there's a presence
here.
It's like, oh my God, like, Matthews is like, this is it, dude.
Yeah, Matthews like, no more sucking in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm showing up now.
We all show up to practice. It's like 4 a.m. and like they're like, let's go, let's practice. Oh my God.
Holy fuck.
Jesus fuck.
All right. Another question, guys. We have faith. We're gonna win. We're starting with a W tonight.
Totally.
I'm ready to sweep some Stingrays this weekend. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Brady.
If we swept, damn, we need to sweep them, man. This is playoff. Before I read this question, guys, I just want to preface it this. It's like, this is playoff atmosphere to me.
Totally.
This series against Tampa Bay, even though it is literally early July, this is playoff to me.
Yeah.
This is 100% playoff.
It's playoff because now their implications are starting to become real. The story is starting to shape itself. You know, we know where everyone's sitting at, and when we do get to playoffs, this will be a playoff team.
Yeah.
So we better beat them now. You know,
we have to.
Beat them now.
This is the time. This is the time. Because we see it now. This is why we have this show, because we can actually predict and see the future of the schedule and see what teams we have to beat, what teams are going to be easy, what teams are going to be hard. And this is a team that we need to beat while they're down now, or else we're going to be fucked.
Let's put it in because we're at what, like game 80 now, like around game 80-ish.
This will be game 80 tonight.
Game 80. So this is when we're going back. I haven't talked about this in a while, guys. But when we go back to football terms, this is week 8 right now.
This is right in the middle.
So it's like week 8. Week 8 gets really interesting because it's like for those first couple weeks, you're just learning who everyone is. And now it's at week 8, you're like, oh, well, these guys are 6-4. They're a fucking or 6-2. They're a competitor. Right?
Dude, we're 4-4 basically. That's what we are.
We're 4-4, but these guys are like 5-3 or 6-2, right? It's like they're around that area.
Tampa would be like 5-3, I'd say. Yeah, because it's baseball.
Baseball is so close, right? But it's like that's kind of the equivalent here. So now we know what everyone's identity is, right? But this is where it gets interesting because we're like, all right, you're an action. This is a good game. You're a competitor now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We need to win, guys. We need to fucking win.
We're gonna win.
It's so fucking real. This is the MVP candidate thing for Vladdy. Get back in there. We'll grab him from the bottom or the side.
We need more questions, guys. You guys gotta give
more
us
questions. More questions. Ah, here we go. This one seems like one from a while ago, I think. This is another question like this, but I think you wrote it. Do we have pitching yet? Please, for love of God, tell me that we have some freaking pitching. Get back in there. All right. Oh, here we go. Should MLB players be allowed to openly smoke weed? Yeah, if it's legal where their home state is or wherever their home fucking city is,
This is getting like political, but like first off, weed should probably be legalized in every state, every
100%.
country. So like yes, I think obviously like the states is so fucked to me that they have some states that aren't allowing legal. Wait, do we have that in Canada?
No. Like it's federal for weed.
Okay, good.
But there's different like age restrictions. Like the provinces take the age, they can make whatever rules they have around it, but it's illegal still.
Okay, sure, yeah. I mean, like that's like a little bit more reasonable in my mind. But the fact that like some of the states are like if I just walk over here now I can get baked and then I can't do it over in this area of grass is like. That's so dumb in my opinion, like let's just make it completely legal. And yeah, I mean, I think that they should be allowed to smoke.
Yeah,
weed.
I think so.
The reason that, and I actually wrote that question today, and the reason that I did it, and guys, if you could please in the chat right now, let me know her name. But there is a really cool American. She's a great like running a track athlete who was supposed to go to the Olympics.
Okay.
And she basically got caught smoking weed, and now she's not allowed to go to the Olympics anymore.
I think that's ridiculous.
And, like, she's fucking elite as hell, like, really good at her sport, top of her game, and she's not allowed to go to the Olympics anymore or participate. And
that's bullshit, honestly.
It's totally bullshit.
Guys, I don't know why people. I think it's because of the stigma. That's the only reason why people see weed differently is because you were told it was bad from like somebody who has authority and like we all know like it's schooling and like fucking stigma and shit. Someone told you it was bad, so now you believe it's bad. It's the same as alcohol. If anything, it's better for your body than alcohol. It does other damages in other ways, but if alcohol is one of the most damaging things in the world, and here we are, just la-di-la-di-la.
Totally,
dude. But I bet we light a joint, and some people are gonna go, "Oh no!" It's like, come on, guys.
And the thing is like somebody, yes, Shikari Richardson. Thank you, 45th Diamond. I believe that is who it is. But it's like the fact, like somebody commented, it's like. The fact that she can still run like a 12-3, but also smoke weed, should be more cause to get in the Olympics.
Impressive.
Like this is not a performance-enhancing drug, guys. If anything, this is a performance like de-hancing drug.
Yeah, for real, exactly. Like, do you get tested when you drink alcohol? No, of course not. You pop champagne when you win. You smoke cigars, tobacco. You do all. What the fuck's the difference of weed? It's the stigma. It's just the fucking stigma.
Totally.
People have not gotten over it in high fucking
exactly.
power.
And it's like, and I really think that if you're a professional athlete and this helps your process, you will be a better player because of this. Then do it, dude.
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, like football players, and I've seen interviews of like linemen in football who they need to smoke weed the day after they play because their body is so damaged in so much pain. They take ice baths and smoke weed all day.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, they're not allowed to like come out with that until like post career.
Exactly.
Sort of thing. Like if they get caught with that, it's like you're fully suspended now.
Yeah.
So
it's just stupid. It's
no
one no one's using their actual fucking head here.
No.
Like we're so blind. We're not fucking. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Do we have any?
Get another question myself.
Yeah,
if you guys want to ask some
questions
in the chat, we would love them.
MLB players drink hard, dude. Yeah, when they won in 2015, Donaldson was hammered.
He should be.
And it's totally okay, but if he was smoking a weed, Jay,
Like, did you guys see, like, I know that we were talking some smack about Brady, but did you guys see that one video that surfaced of Brady after he won the Super Bowl this year coming off of some boat party in Tampa Bay? He was demolished, man.
Good for him.
This is like the best athlete of like the 20th century, and he was absolutely fucked up, man.
All right.
Have we answered this question?
What's this one? I think we have.
I feel like we have. Yeah. I'm not gonna read that one off then. What kind of wine you drinking? Says Edwin Amador.
Oh, what? I'll go. Shiraz Cabernet Jackson Triggs Black Label. It's it's lovely. It's a nice, easy. It's cheaper, but it's my go-to. It's one of my go-tos. That and the Cab Franc Cab Sav. What about you, Nicholas?
I'm drinking a Malbec right now. I'm a big fan of Malbecs. I like the kind of spiciness to them. I'm a big spice guy in my wines. I don't really like a whole lot of fruity notes, to be honest. Like I like bold spice, like I'm like a hard man,
I like the spices. Yeah
like
spices,
like too much fruit is like I don't
bit
know,
too overpowered. I like if there's a fruit, if there's like a berry but it's dry, like not like berry, strawberry, sweet, like
give me one berry, like
give me one
berry, throw in some smoke, throw in some spice, make it medium bodied and bold and with a long finish.
Beautiful.
Have my babies.
Beautiful.
All right. So this one, we've kind of talked about this a little bit. But my dad, Gregory Paleolog, asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you guys about the team's recent results? I'm not sure when he asked this.
Might have been about, I think I remember writing that. It was about like 2 weeks ago.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
So as of late, the team's recent results.
Yeah.
Okay, out of 1 to 10, how worried am I? 10 being like we're like fucked forever.
We're fucked, game over.
Is like, we're good.
We're gonna make the postseason.
Yeah,
we're solid.
We're so good.
Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Go.
Because actually I looked this up today for Fangraphs, and I do feel it is right. The win or the probability of making playoffs is 39.5% right now. So I think I'm about a 6. I'd say I'm about a 6, to be honest, because if we don't fix, and I agree with that, because if we don't fix our bullpen, like I am worried. We can't. We put up 7 runs into the 10th inning, and we can't win. We can't win games like that. That's ridiculous. And then when games happen like on yesterday on Canada Day, it's like. Yeah, those games are going to happen where our offense is going to be quiet and Ryu's going to blow up. Those are going to happen. But you got to win the game before that. You have to win. And they didn't. So that's what makes me worried. It's the bullpen. They got to fix that shit.
Yeah.
And Montoya needs to actually play, because when they traded for Simber in that game, that situation, when they said they put in Patrick Murphy hasn't proven shit yet. He's played like 5 major league innings. Simber, we just traded for him to play in that exact role, and he doesn't get played. It doesn't make sense, and that's also worrying for me. Even if we do get the guys, are they going to be used in the right situations? I don't know.
I wonder, man, like about that whole thing, because, yeah, like I feel like maybe they had already predetermined today wasn't his day sort of thing. I don't know, because it was only like, I think it'd been less than 48 hours since that trade had been finalized. So it's possible. I don't know. I'm not going to read too much into that one because it was so recent after the trade. But moving forward, how we're going to use him, I will be definitely keeping my eye on it.
They have to start using him in that role.
For me, I'm going to go a 7 on the worried scale. I'm getting a little bit more concerned about Ryu.
Yeah, me too.
And the fact that we don't have Ryu being as elite as Ryu can be. I'm still like, yes, Robbie Ray's been good, but I don't know. I don't want Robbie Ray to be the ace of my team. You know, I don't think that Robbie Ray is an ace level pitcher when I go around other playoff teams and go, oh, you guys are chilling with Brandon Woodruff. Oh, you guys are chilling with Jacob deGrom. Oh, you guys have Garrett Cole. You guys have, whoever you guys have, right?
It's
like
LA
Robbie
Dodgers.
Ray. It's like, this is not the same tier level as those guys, right? So I'm getting a little bit more concerned. In the offseason, our biggest thing was starting pitching. It's transitioned to bullpen, but it's not like the starting pitching has done that much better, or we've acquired more guys. They've kind of exceeded our expectations. Last season, the bullpen exceeded our expectations, and now we're getting the other shoe to drop. I could see the other shoe dropping with the starting pitching at any given moment.
Yeah, I mean, take in Stripling. I just saw this comment here by Sean. Funny how we have more confidence in Stripling than Ryu. I do. I actually do now. It's starting to get to that point where I'm like, I do. But then at any moment, that shoe can drop and Stripling can start messing up. For what reasons? I don't know. Maybe people start figuring out what he's adjusted to, and they start adjusting back to him, and then he can't make that adjustment back. He's like, shit, what's going wrong? I made the adjustment. Well, you got to keep adjusting. That's baseball.
It's very important for our team that we have a rock.
Yeah.
Ryu's the rock, and the rock is shaking a little bit. The rock is cracking a bit, you know? Maybe it's got to do with the cheating thing, but I'm worried about that rock. If we don't have that stable rock, I don't see this team going very far.
No.
We need that guy.
Because, right now, I think the pitcher I do trust the most at this point is Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
That's it. And, that's fucked that I would say that.
And frankly, that's scary to me.
That is scary.
That makes me a 7. That makes me a 7 on the scared scale.
Exactly. And our bullpen, I still don't know what the fuck's going on in their bullpen. We haven't seen it shape out. Maybe we will see it shape out before the trade deadline. Maybe this answer will change, but in a month, which it definitely will. But, I don't know. I'm just afraid.
Totally.
I'm just afraid.
Yeah.
What are you guys? How about you let us know? 1 to 10. 10 being super worried, 1 being not worried at all. How worried are you?
Let's answer one more question, and then we'll just quickly review the game that we have going on in a couple minutes.
Yes.
Nicholas Rebello, you're the first one that I saw. Question. I like how you put in all capitals question. Because
then we can read it.
So easy for
we can
me
read
to
it.
see.
Lots of comments.
What pitchers, our farm system or other teams' rosters, fit our roster's timeline?
I would say people who are expected to play, pitchers expected to play, because here's the thing about pitchers, they take longer to develop. So honestly, a Barrios fits our timeline really well. Because pitchers who are expected to make their debut this year or next year may not fit our timeline, because that's going to be longer to develop. I think we do need a Barrios, honestly, or Marquez. Marquez fits our timeline very well too. What about you?
I think it all depends, and here's what I mean by that. I think that a Kyle Gibson could fit our timeline perfectly if the bullpen's figured out.
That's that.
Realistically, guys, we have a World Series offense right now. We all thought we'd still be waiting on Vlad or Bo or Biggio or I guess we're still kind of waiting on Biggio.
Biggio's been good since coming back.
But we thought that we'd still be kind of waiting on these guys to hit their ceilings or to hit their potential. That's happened now. So now the only thing that we're actually waiting on is a pitcher. We need more pitchers.
Pitchers, yeah.
Right?
It's bullpen pitchers.
That's what we need. if we had elite pitchers in their prime, the window's right fucking now.
Yeah.
The window's right fucking now. So I think that if we go out and not only this trade deadline, but also this offseason and acquire some more bullpen arms, making sure that the bullpen is good, then like sign me up for a Max Scherzer after this year. Like sign me up for somebody who can deliver the innings that we need right now.
All right. Let's hear this then, because I'm seeing people, and I do agree. Cause we were supposed to get back very soon. Baracky, and Hatch, and Merriweather very soon, and Dolis. So let's picture our bullpen looks like this. Let's say we do trade for Rodriguez at our ceiling. Our bullpen would have
Richard Rodriguez, by the way.
Richard Rodriguez, Anthony Castro, Adam Simber, Tim Meza, Jordan Romano. Merriweather, Hatch, Baracky. That's 8. That's our bullpen. I like that a lot.
I mean, it's definitely better.
That's a lot. That's honestly, that's what we have to do. That's gonna be our bullpen this year. That's it. If we trade for another piece, and if we get another one, then we could say probably buy to Barnes and then fill in with another dude. But I'm feeling way more confidence. Oh, Dolis. Did I mention Dolis?
You didn't mention Dolis.
Didn't even mention Dolis.
Because we can have Dolis in there. He's still got a ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the thing is, now you start to see we actually know and trust some of these guys up in the upper parts, and then the bottom parts become guys with ceiling, but they're probably going to be pitching when we're losing.
Totally.
I'm loving that. And Anthony Kay has been actually a bit better, too, so I didn't even mention him. So he might be in that situation,
Yeah, we
too.
definitely need a couple more rocks up there, you know? Because it's like, we were walking in here to this season being like, all right, 1.5 ERA Dolis, go. Yeah. And Dolis is like, but wait, like, I only did that on a shortened sample size.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that for the full time.
Fast forward to 45th diamond going DFA Dolis. If you were to tell me that preseason, I'd be like, you're crazy.
Be like, you're fucked, dude. This is our closer, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you're absolutely right. We need to get those guys. And if we were actually capable, this is a perfect trade deadline for me. If we're capable of going out and getting a Richard Rodriguez, then I also need another starting pitcher.
Yeah, one more.
Somebody who's actually good. That be because actually, if we go out and get that guy, now I'm feeling more confident. Oh, maybe we can trade for Mad Max.
Yeah,
because maybe we can go in this year, right?
If the situation's right.
If he's not, or if the Washington Nationals are deciding to sell, maybe we can go after a Kyle Gibson. Because now I'm feeling like maybe our bullpen's good enough, right? We need the bullpen, and then we get that starter, dude. But that's what we got to do.
Got to do it. So, guys, we're going to list off the lineup right here really quick as it's 7:03 Eastern Time. This lineup should come to a shock to nobody. Actually, a little bit different today. And I was trying to ask why, and I think why. I'll get to him when we get there. Simeon, Bichette, Guerrero, and then Springer in the fourth hole. And I think the reason why Springer's in the fourth hole is because Teoscar Hernandez is right behind him in the fifth hole. I think he's trying to get him more fastballs because if the team knows that Hernandez is right behind him, they're going to attack Springer more because they don't want to walk him and face Hernandez. That's exactly what happens with Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette gets more fastballs because they don't want to face Vladdy. They want to attack him now. They don't want to walk him. So I think it's interesting. I fuck with it. We'll see how it works. We'll see if we'll watch his at-bats tonight, see if he gets a little bit more fastballs, but we'll see. It's interesting. And then following up is Biggio, Grichuk, Gurriel, McGuire. Manoah's on the mound with a 3.34 ERA. Love the dude. Can't wait to see him start. Should we read off the Rays?
Yeah, give me the Rays. I'm excited for it.
Rays. We got Brandon Lau leading off. G-Man Choi. Wander Franco. It's going to be interesting to see the sensation playing tonight.
I actually am excited to watch that.
Austin Meadows, Randy Rosarina, Wendell, Margot, Kiermaier, Mejia. Wow, it's interesting how as soon as they add Franco, their lineup starts to lengthen a bit.
It does
happen
what I mean? Like that, you know?
That does happen when you add a player.
You add a player and it looks like a little bit thicker.
Like Joey Wendell is one of their hottest hitters, batting 6th for them, and Rosarina, who's their MVP in like the postseason, is 5th.
Right.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's going to be a test, guys. I think that we can take them. We are going to be doing, for those of you still watching, a post-game reaction tonight. So roughly in 3.5 hours, we're going to be back on here. This is going to be finished.
Yep.
That's going to be finished. Yep. So you're going to get a little bit more of a unfiltered post-game reaction.
Hopefully we win so we could be celebrating. If not, it's going to be piss off angry.
It's gonna be a bunch of bullshit if we lose. But yeah, guys, so we'll see you back on here in roughly 3 to 3.5 hours to celebrate our dub on wood. And then we're also going live on Instagram. But please like, subscribe to this video, to this channel, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun shit on here. And yeah, let's go watch the Blue Jays.
Woo! All right, everybody, let's lay it all together in the chat. Go Jays, go, everybody!
Go Jays, go!
Go
in the
Jays,
chat,
go!
Baby, in the freaking chat.
Yeah, we're gonna shut up, Wander Franco. You got nothing.